Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll explain you how we can reverse a singly linked list. So the question goes like this: given the head of a singly linked list, reverse the list and return the reversed list. So if this was the list, we should return the list in the reverse order. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be printed as 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this as this. And here are the constraint we should not miss. The number of nodes is in the list is in the range 0 to 5000. So this is the definition of singly linked list. It has a value and a pointer to the next node, and we also have a constructor for passing the value and also for the node. So let's go and write the solution for this. For this, I will take three different nodes. List node previous, that will be null. List node current, that would essentially point to head, or our head is pointing to current, and the other node would be next. Okay. So we have previous, we have cur, that is current node, and we have next. So one thing which is very important when it comes to singly linked list is we cannot go back to the predecessor, like in the doubly linked list, where we have single or constant time access to the predecessor and the ancestors. So here we cannot go that. We cannot go either way. We just have to go in the single way. That's why we are taking three different variables instead of two. So, so what we do is we take a while loop. While cur is not equals to null, what we do is we take the next variable and populate it with current.next. So basically this is like stash variable next for feature reference. Now once we have the next variable populated by current.next, we go current.next equals to previous, and then this is basically cur cur, and then we make previous as cur and cur as next. And then once we are done with that, we return previous. I'll walk you on an example so that this is very clear for you. But before even we do that, let's run this and see whether we're getting what is required. So there are a few errors. Previous. Okay, here are the pointer. I have declared it as small and I'm writing it as caps. So let's run this again. So there you go. We have the answer. And let's submit this. Click this. So there you go. It passed all 28 test cases. Now let's go on an example. So let me bring up the notepad so that we have the code as well. So basically what it does is in the first iteration, when it takes the head value, it assigns the head to the current, right? Um, so the current will be head. And then what it does is it goes to the next value. Basically we are stashing the next here, the next variable with current.next. right? So current dot next will be next, and current, then what we do is we do current dot next as prev. So what it does is it does like this, right? Just to have the pointer, just to reverse the pointer. And then what we do is we make previous as cur. So we just remove this and we bring it here. Previous is here now. And then what we do is we move cur to next, right? So cur will be removed from here and cur will be here. So we do this until the current is not null. So we're done with the first iteration, and then the current was 1 in first iteration. In the second iteration, current will be 2. So since the current is here, so as per this code, what we do is we do next equals to current dot next. So current is this, current dot next would be this. So we'll move this next here to here. Next, right? And then what we do is we point from this node to this node. So essentially, if we go back to the code, we're doing current dot next to previous. So if this was current, so which is this is current in second iteration, so current dot next is previous, just to reverse this arrow here or reverse this pointer. So we remove this pointer and we just point to 1. And then what we essentially do is we bring this previous to cur, right? So cur and previous is now pointing to cur, right? So we remove this from here and bring it here, previous, right? And then we move cur to next, right? So cur will be here. So I think you're getting the pattern now. This is what we will repeat until we find null value. Then we break the loop and then we return the head. So next iteration, the third iteration, this will be 3 will be current, and 3 once the 3 is current, what we do is the next pointer in the next variable will be stashed with current dot next. So next will be current dot next. So we remove this from here, right? And the next will come here, right? And then the current will point to previous in order to reverse the pointers. So I'll remove this pointer and we'll reverse it. So the current dot next is and now previous will be current, right? So let's remove this and copy this, and then we move current to next, right? So this goes all the way. So cur is here now. In the next iteration, there is the fourth iteration. Current will be this, right? And the current dot next, and so inside next we'll have current dot next. So current dot next is nothing, right? Essentially a null value. So next will be here, and we just remove the next from here, and we will point current to the previous pointer. So current dot next will be pre. If you remember the program, current dot next is pre. So we remove this, and now this will point to previous node, and pre will be cur. See, pre equals to pre, current is pointing to previous. So what we do is we remove this and we make this as pre, 4 as pre, and we move this pointer. We move cur to next, right? So it will be here. Okay, let's do it again. So cur is here. So in the next iteration, where the present node will be null because we have moved the current to here, right? So the current node will be null. Once it encounters null, the loop will break, right? If you remember the program, you see the current will be null, and what it will return is it will return the head node, right? So since it encounters one, it will return the head. It will return previous, sorry, three, which is our head node at present, and it will print the list in reverse order 4 3 2 1, right? So let's erase this. So this is our result 4 3 2 1. So that's about it. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, and see you guys in the next video. Thank you.